cannot wait. We've spent a long time, whilst that VT was going on, looking at these players and saying, well, who's going to be up against who? Who's going to win these battles? So come on, Don. What's the first battle you're looking out for this Sunday?
Well, with the way Pep picks his side, we know he's going to go with the false nine, depending on who that individual is, whether it's Gundogan, Sterling, Foden, Mahrez. So I'm looking at that position there for Liverpool. And I think that's the most important area. If Man City get Phil Foden in these sort of areas, that could be key, or Gundogan, Sterling, whoever plays that false nine. That's why I think Fabinho's role in this team is so important for Liverpool. The king of breaking things up, the king of knowing where to be positionally, passing excellent. He can release the front men as quick as possible, but defensively, he's got a really important role to play.
I agree, Don. I think that midfield battle is key. Look, we all know about the top end of the pitch. They've got some amazing players, but if you can't get good possession of the ball, you can't get the service into those front lads. I mean, Jordan Henderson, a little bit of a doubt as to whether he's going to be fit enough to play. If he doesn't play, then I do think Liverpool might have a little bit of a problem, because if City control that midfield, and you know what, I think Liverpool would be quite happy for Man City to have more possession. It's about when they win the ball and they can play on that counter attack. And if they can't win the ball enough to give service to those front three, I think there might be a problem. And I think Don's right. That midfield there in front of that back four, but the midfield's going to be the key.
It's just one of them. Your eyes, when you look at the quality of players on show, your eyes are transfixed everywhere. Because people at home are probably saying, what, Mo Salah up against Cancelo? That's a battle. Yeah. Sadio Mane or Diaz up against Kyle Walker? That's a battle. There's so much quality.
Leroy, just going back, the doubt over Jordan Henderson, is that tactically or fitness? Are you saying if he's fit, he starts? Or you're not sure?
If he's fit, he starts.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. If he fits, he starts. And I think he'll do everything to make sure he does play. I do think, Naby Keita's a really good player. Thiago, a really good player. But they're not as good without the ball, with Henderson not in the side. And that's a real problem, I think, for Liverpool, just to get the ball back off Man City. We saw it happen in the first game. Then as soon as Salah got into the game, then Liverpool got a kind of a foothold in the game. But Don's right, that Cancelo-Salah thing, we were saying before the game, look, on form, Salah doesn't play. Ridiculous thing to say, but absolutely true. But this could be the game where he comes back because he is that good. Cancelo has been one of the best attacking right-footed fullbacks I've ever seen. So who's going to be? Is Salah going to run back with Cancelo? Well, I don't think so. I think halfway line he might say, look, pass him on. Will Cancelo go all the way in? I promise you, Cancelo will go all the way in.
Do you think he goes with Jota, looking at the potential centre backs for Man City, John Stones and Laporte, with their lack of pace over Firmino?
Yeah, look, I do think the thing with Stones and Laporte, I think they'll be quite happy to deal with that. I think the problem is when they get pulled into those midfield areas to create that space. And Firmino's so clever at that. And the other thing, Don, talking about the midfield battle, what Firmino does really well playing there, he drops into midfield and he nicks the ball, from behind. So there's so many things that Klopp and Pep need to look at.
Are you glad we didn't ask you to do a combined starting 11 for this?
Well, he did.
No, I think that'd have been all right.
I was all right. I was quite happy with it.
Right. So you would have been happy.
You didn't have Salah in.
Yes, I did.
It's a fascinating matchup, and even over the last 4 or 5 seasons, I think that Manchester City, squad-wise, performance-wise, have been way ahead of everybody else. I think this is as close as the two squads and the two teams have been.
The 2-2 in the reverse fixture was epic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's the standard. And you hear Pep talk about raising the bar. That's what these two teams have done.
I just disagree with one thing you said there. You said that Man City have been way ahead of everybody. They haven't been way ahead of Liverpool. Honestly, I think Liverpool...
They've only won 4 titles to 1.
I know, but I think Liverpool's performances have been... But Liverpool's won the Champions League in there as well. Liverpool's performance has been any other
It's era. The one team in world football Pep fears.
Yeah,
He's been open, he said it.
Exactly.
He said it years ago.
He has.